What's going
You
on,
got
Hood
this, man.
Nation? I'm Animal Nidgedfx. We are doing that Goku versus Superman. This would be part 3. Anyways, please watch original full screen. Sorry, blabbing yabbing. We do not shut up. Also, last time I checked, they were cool with reactions. It's been a while since me. I haven't been doing this, but you know what? We're back. We're trying our best, and if we get a good turnout, especially if we see a lot of comments and people rooting us on, we're gonna be back and doing some more. In fact, we maybe go back and pick a few that you guys request. Like again, comment below.
Absolutely.
So here we go again. Quote the little GTA black dude walking up to the street. Nah, here we go again, right?
Hell yeah.
That's the first thing that goes through my mind. What about you, man?
Well, I mean, to be fair, like this is a death battle. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like Goku versus Superman was never a debate I really cared about. I just didn't like the debate as a whole. So when I saw this one, I was just like, fine. Like,
Yeah.
of all death battles, why do we need to see this again? But I saw on Twitter like this is a complete redo of it. Like they're gonna do everything different. I'm like, all right, fine. I was like, all right, we'll give this a chance. So I'm expecting something a little different. As long as I can still be enjoyed with it, I don't care really how it goes. But the fact that I'm doing it with my homie again, that's what makes it so much better. So I'm glad to be doing this with him again. And if you guys want to see more dab with the both of us, just again let us know. But other than that, I'm excited, man. So what are your thoughts before we get into this?
Well, I'm wondering if they're going to use some of the stuff I've always been uploading and talking about. I've clearly stated that Superman is very vulnerable actually to ki or chi in their universe. It's called ki, right?
Key, yeah.
Yep. And
Key,
remember,
yeah.
remember Karate Kid? Not Cobra Kai, everybody. There's actually a Karate Kid in the DC universe. He's like,
Really?
yeah, he's peak level like Batman, but he has ki. So when he punched Superboy, remember Superboy is arguably one of the strongest Supermans out there. I would arguably say he's probably the strongest version. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure someone easily could debunk me in a second, so I'm not going to debate you on that. But my point is that guy was just peak level like Batman, but he had chi. But the fact he actually punched him and made him bleed, that shows you he's actually vulnerable to ki. Now chi
Yeah.
is DB. That's the same thing. It's ki and chi. So you got Goku, a person that's universal plus easily. No one can deny that. With the
Yeah.
same chi punching Superman, come on, that's gonna hurt. The
Oh yeah.
Karate Kid can't blow up a planet, but Goku easily. We all know he can. So when you
Oh
put
yeah.
that, so I'm wondering if they're gonna acknowledge that and a few other variables. But you know what? I just kind of want to sit back and no matter who wins, I'm going to enjoy it, whether I agree with it or not. I'm wondering
Yeah.
if they're
Yeah.
going to point it out. If they do point out some stuff that I said, I will pause it and be like, yep, yep, yep. Or I'll be like, ooh, I don't know, man. Because all I know is when it comes to a flying contest, Superman's got it in the bag. But, you
Yeah.
know, and if it's ground to ground combat only, Superman's got it in the bag.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like once you lift off the ground like combat, like as long as Goku can use ki to fly around, then he can move
Yeah.
faster. But if we're talking pure legs running, Superman will toast him. Like he can run.
Actually,
Like yeah.
I think they have a question. So can they just fly on their own, or they use their key to fly? I know
They
this
have
is kind of a silly
it's
question,
key.
but
It's key. It's key. It has to be key.
okay,
Yeah.
because I know they use key to like amplify their own physical strength. But I was like, can they fly on their own, or they actually need their key to fly? I know that's kind of a
There
silly thing to keep in
the
mind,
only
guys. Like, I'm not.
yeah,
Go ahead.
the only exception to the rule is there is one creature that had wings, like a
Hmm.
few. They use
Yeah.
their wings to fly, and they also use their key on top of it to boost it. But they
Yeah.
can use it with or without. So when it came to like the tournament of power, no one was allowed to use key to fly. He was allowed.
Hmm.
He was the only one allowed to fly. There was a guy with wings, and they allowed him to because he
Oh,
had wings. They're like he's not using key. He's using his natural body, what he was built with.
let's
This
run it.
episode of Death Battle is sponsored
And
by
let me know how you hear it, Ivan. Sounds good or
Yeah, sounds fine. Might get loud and
cool?
clear.
No, but wait, we're starting already. Oh,
Oh, that was that was weird.
Goku
that was.
Superman. It's time to answer the ultimate question, and we're taking it all into play. We're examining Superman's extensive mainline.
Yeah, he has 52 different versions. But they better do Xenoverse Goku.
All three, just to be thorough,
Yeah.
plus Dragon Ball Heroes.
Heroes. Oh, and Xeno.
Okay.
That's that right, dude. That's what I'm saying. That Goku right there is like 12th level. Like he's insane. That's what I was gonna mention this, but
Pause for a second. Pause for a second.
yeah,
Isn't Xeno and Heroes the same thing?
yep, because there was an episode Xeno Goku showed up on Dragon Ball Heroes. Yep. So yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
that Goku is like 12th or 13th dimensional. Like he's like in like way. That's why I was talking to somebody. I mentioned that before, but that doesn't mean that Superman. I know there's some really strong versions of Superman too, though. So I kind of want to see what they say, and I'll compare. But like I said, at the end of the day, I would say they're probably still more knowledge than I am with
Yeah.
Superman. I'm not going to deny that. So, and I
Yeah.
definitely would probably say they're probably more knowledgeable. They're gonna find something with because I stopped watching Heroes, so I digress. But yeah,
And inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture, Akira Toriyama crafted
Wow,
a story
his
and
wife was
characters
inspired by
that
this
would
and he made it
define
happen?
generations to
yeah.
come.
Wow. I never knew that. That's crazy.
She loved martial arts stuff too. Yeah,
That's awesome.
right.
So technically, it was his wife that beat that. We got the anime that we got. So that's actually kind of cool. Not a bad dad. You guys are just mean.
Okay, I'm gonna make a debunk video right now. Death Battle. You guys are saying he's a good dad. I'm just playing. I get it.
The only worthy teachers left were gods. And a
Talking cat.
gods. When you're training to
That was reference to their very first death battle. I like that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he said
It's
that
been a while.
You Hakai?
Yeah.
Since when? I thought you have to be God energy, God destruction energy to use Hakai, because that's what it does. Like remove you from existence, right?
Pretty much deleting. Yeah. Well,
I thought you have to be. I thought you had to have God of destruction key or whatever.
Well, he is a god. Remember Super Saiyan God form?
No, but like destruction energy, like what
Oh.
Beerus has. And
Yeah, God
Ultra Ego
key.
Vegeta.
They have, but that's considered God key though. He's the god of destruction, but Goku's not the. I don't think he's the god of anything. He's just.
No, he's not.
But he still has. He still has
key.
God key though, which Beerus also has God key, and so does Beerus and what was the guy called? Our favorite LGBT angel.
Whis?
Champagne Whis. There we go. Sorry, whiskey.
Yeah,
His name Whis whiskey, right? Because
Whis,
Beerus is beer, right? Because of puns,
Yeah.
right? That's how Akira
Yeah.
Toriyama rolls. So yeah, I mean, come on, you know our homie gay, right? He
Yeah, yeah.
he whooping everybody, but we all know, man. Come on. Oh boy, he
martial arts. Instant. The way it works is
Yeah.
Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still. Yes,
Yeah.
according
What?
to the Daisenshi
Yes,
book,
it's
a
instant.
dimension hop. You can actually see this in between.
So he's
spaces
hopping
from
through
movies and
dimensions
games.
to teleport to someone's location.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I was always saying. People are like, I'm like, he's instant. His speed is literally instant.
He tried to rewrite Goku as a
Uh-oh.
flying Nimbus, max
Oh.
speed 400 miles per hour.
About being the light in
That's
the
not that
darkness was
fast.
originally
Goku
about
base is
coming to
faster than
terms
that.
with his Saiyan
Yeah.
heritage.
Like, why
Accepting his
bother
anger
having a
and
flying
pride,
Nimbus if you have
avenging
something
his people by
faster?
defeating Frieza and declaring
Well, back in the day, he wasn't that fast. He's so fast now. He outgrew the Nimbus. He doesn't ride it anymore. He casually will ride it, like if he just for writer plot reasons. But other than that, he just flies himself.
Can stretch over 250,000 miles. Jesus Christ.
Jesus, the power pole.
Yeah.
Damn,
That's,
Chi
that,
Chi
that's
Chi.
what.
Chi Chi.
Oh my God! Don't.
Power
Don't.
pole. He got.
Don't. Oh my God.
Why is she always complaining? I mean, he's no matter where he's at on the planet, man. He can. Never mind. Oh, stop. Nidge, stop. Nidge, stop. All right, let's get back. Let's get back in this.
light in the darkness
Try not
was
to laugh
originally
too
about him
loud.
coming to terms with his Saiyan heritage,
I'm
accepting his anger and pride, avenging his people by defeating Frieza, and declaring himself the Super Saiyan. Hell yeah!
Oh. All right. So normally I don't want to get struck, so we're gonna skip
If
that.
there's any scene that deserves the word epic, it's when he went gold. Super Saiyan and its sequels all have official power multipliers, but they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan gods certainly changed things up. Goku gained Divine Ki, a pure form of Ki unspoiled by mortal hands.
Yeah.
Unlike normal Ki, it can't be
Wait,
detected and appears to have healing properties. Kinda like
Wait,
Senzu
so
beans.
I'm sorry. Can you
Did
pause one more
know
time?
one
Just one more time.
Senzu
Yep. Go ahead.
So normal key unspoiled by mortal hands. Like, what does that mean in that word? In that sense, like, because his pure key is stronger than the key that's on all over. Does that make sense?
Well,
I don't know.
it's
That's so weird to think about that.
unspoiled by mortal hands. What they meant by that was it's a clever way of saying that mortals have never had the luxury or the grace of having this key. That's what they meant when he said unspoiled by mortal hands. That's like when you read a book, it says something like totally weird. They're just
Yeah.
using like writer like creativity. Basically, he's
Okay.
saying is that no mortal has ever tasted God key before. They're not privileged enough, or they
Oh.
haven't got the privilege to be spoiled, the luxury of having God key. That's what he meant.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense then.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
continue.
So Goku's got it, and they're gonna kind of explain it. I'll rant a little bit, but it kind of explains a little bit more of what he
by
gets.
mortal hands. Unlike
Alright.
normal ki, it can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like senzu beans. Did you know one senzu has so much healing juice it can regenerate a person's lost limbs?
Really?
They're missing
Yeah.
out.
God Goku has a level of power that
I've never
makes him
seen that
the
before.
greatest of deities.
Yeah,
nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
Because
What the
Boo
hell?
went berserk.
Yeah.
Fidel commented that heaven is just as large as a universe, and the
Yeah.
Zenchu backs are up.
I'm not gonna say what I want to say
That's heaven.
because
Big
I want to
planet.
keep. I want to be a
So
little
let's scale
PG.
things up with
When fucking the devil, they had that ghost looking shit on the bottom. I had something coming to mind, but I was like, all right, I can't say it. It's not gonna. I can't. It doesn't come off as
Alright.
tasteful.
All right.
Went berserk.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fidel commented that heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daizenchu backs are up.
And that's heaven. Big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind.
Oh, my.
So would make universe
Oh, God.
7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
Jesus Christ.
Goku could
That's
destroy
more than
that.
what they
What's
said
the
before,
first
where like
time he went
13
God?
that
And he
times
didn't
larger
lose
than
that
our
power.
normal
He learned
universe.
how to use it
So they were way off.
Even in base form. Now, imagine how much stronger
Maybe.
he became when he stacked Super Saiyan on Super Saiyan God.
Yeah.
He became Super
Gozaru,
Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, not saying that. Or after he trained with some almighty angels.
Right
Or
there,
when he
we-
perfected the blue hairdo and stacked
Yeah.
Kaioken on top of that.
Goku has certainly performed great feats with God Ki, breaking through Hit's time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was a sentient timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He even tried out Hakai,
Damn.
the destruction
Hakai
god
right there.
that nopes you out of
Yep.
existence.
Yeah,
Your
that's
being
weird
and
that
your
he even
soul
knows that.
erased from all of
Yeah.
time and space.
Culminating in his greatest form,
Ultra Instinct.
Chrome Goku isn't a normal transformation. It's a state of mind. Ultra
Yeah,
Instinct
if
is
I had
the
to compare
highest
that, it
peak
would be
of
like
martial
the
arts,
power of nothingness
subconsciously
in
making
Street
optimal
Fighter.
choices
Yeah.
connected to the
Kinda.
zone, doing without thinking.
Save one,
Goku
I'm
is
actually-
also-
Zeno Goku? He actually beat him?
Can be used in any
What?
form, but when perfected,
I gotta see
Tama's
this.
Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability, even pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in
Oh,
fact,
boy.
Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
That sounds
Whoa.
really intense.
It is.
Like a
which is
fucking
why he's
Susanoo or
developed
something.
incremental versions of it for specific uses. It's extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon
Jesus
Ball
Christ.
Heroes.
Uh-oh, Heroes.
AKA Dragon Ball fan fiction gone Kaioken times 1,000.
Technically a different
Yeah.
continuity, CC Goku is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if
Yeah,
scenario as the multiple super
So
continuities.
Xeno Goku is basically GT Goku.
Okay.
Remember Dragon Ball GT? Yeah.
Yeah.
The only real
'Cause that wasn't a
difference is
canon
Toriyama's
series, right?
This Goku used instant.
I'm sorry, what?
That wasn't a canon series, right? Goku. I mean GT. That wasn't like.
It's canon, just not main continuity anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's not in continuity.
It's not the main
Okay.
continuity, but it's still canon. It's just a different universe.
for the mainline
Oh,
Goku.
okay, that makes
His
sense.
history and
Yeah.
powers are the same.
They mentioned a lot of things. Like, I'm thoroughly surprised. They mentioned a lot of things
Mhm.
that I literally they brought in stuff about Goku I never knew, like the senzu bean repairing your limb. What else?
Yeah. Oh shoot, we can't read those damn comments. I'm gonna go up here. Oh, damn it,
Yeah.
almost ruined it. Sorry.
No, you're
I,
good.
yeah, I just don't. I don't think we'll get clapped from this, but I think we'll be fine.
No, yeah. No, I'm just saying. Like, I think this is probably their best analysis of Goku so far.
Yeah.
And I think this. I mean, I think we're gonna lose. I think it's gonna be a lot closer with all the new material that they're giving him. So
Yeah.
I'm
So
like,
whether he
this is actually
wins,
gonna be
I
crazy.
don't. Whether he wins, I don't know. But it's gonna be a lot closer.
A lot closer.
I still personally think he'd win, and the reason I say that is because the thing people don't realize about like Superman, his speed is only limited to like he can't go FTL on Earth, because if he does, he actually rips it apart. I
Yeah.
explained it to you before, and like remember my source is like when he raced Flash, and he got into it with Flash, and the one time he's like they did it for charity, and Flash
Yeah.
even said it himself. He's like, Clark, that was for charity. Then he took off the Flash, and the Superman's like, holy, like he couldn't keep up with him. And remember, Flash
Yeah.
has the Speed Force, which is
Yeah.
like speed hacks. It's where he can go
Yeah.
faster than light without tearing up the fabrics of our universe of our planet. He doesn't
Yeah.
have the the consequences. Like if someone supersonic ran past a building, all the glass would shatter. He doesn't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
that consequences. So does
No.
all the Z fighters have that too. It's actually key manipulation. That's one thing
Yeah.
they still did not mention. Remember, I was waiting to see if they would mention. Maybe they will at the end with the victory that he actually has key manipulation. Because originally they were worried about Vegeta blowing up the planet one time. Krillin was worried, or maybe Trunks was worried, and then Krillin's like, no, there's with his key manipulation, he can shoot as strong as blowing up the planet
Yeah.
without blowing up the planet. It just like when Beerus and Goku were fighting when they almost destroyed the whole universe, they were
Yeah.
using key manipulation. They compressed their own power into these like punches, because if they
Yeah.
didn't control that at the same time, that power would ripple out and destroy all of the universe. Like,
Yeah.
but they were fighting so strong, they were to the point where they couldn't even control that as much suppression they were doing. So that's
Yeah.
key manipulation. And I'm wondering if they're going to
That
mention
makes
it.
sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
So,
let's see what
but
happens.
you also throw that into the speed factor that they have.
Yeah.
That's why Goku can go as fast as he wants.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the earth for 5 days straight.
Jesus
Drop
Christ!
coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
He's fast enough to
It's
reach
comics,
the
it doesn't
edge
have to
of the
work that way.
universe in
Ho-
seconds, or even if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare.
Supernova, yeah, flare, yeah.
Totally drain it,
Super
but
flare,
he's
yeah.
learned how to control it.
Simply put, Superman's powers.
Also, now he can
defy
pretty much do it
physics.
anytime he wants
My
now.
favorite examples of this are
Yep.
when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched
Jesus.
Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time, or when he gained 10 years worth of medical
He literally
training
punched
through
him
only
into
5 minutes
different,
of reading,
into
and then
like
successfully
past, present, and
He,
future. That's
he,
funny.
he hit him so hard every other parallel universe of Brainiac felt it. I can see right now me and you just chilling. I was all like, oh, you're like,
Ow.
This what happened. I'm like,
Some invisible fucking force just knocked him out of my ass.
I'm like, I have animal from a different dimension. Just hit. We were hanging out, and I was fucking with him too hard. He fucking slapped me so hard. He slapped me. He slapped the dirty Nidge. He slapped the dirty Nidge variation. I felt it.
Yeah, bam. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's funny though.
formed long
That's good writing. You gotta admit that's awesome.
No, it is. That is good.
Yep.
such as tanking Darkseid's
Mr.
memory,
Felice Pedinks, whatever his name is.
Time trapper.
That
Yeah.
little imp.
An ultra
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
I don't know who that is, so.
Mr. Malix, someone in the comments gonna correct me. Manix
Yeah.
Pinks? I can't. Okay, I'll just get those.
Over 50 non-nillion light years across.
Jesus.
What?
I don't think we've ever seen that word before.
I think we did.
No,
I think
no.
we did in Death Battle in Green Lantern versus Ben 10. Ben 10's one of aliens had a IQ of 1/9,000,000, I believe. But yeah,
You know what this word really. You know how there's like Yoda bites?
yeah,
We know it came from Yoda, right?
I think so. Yeah, probably.
This one clearly is nani. Come on. You know one of them snuck it in there. He didn't say why, but you know why.
He has been
There is the one kryptonite. I think it's pink, and I think it actually does. It makes him like
Makes him
femmy.
gay.
Yeah, you
Makes him
remember that
gay.
or no? Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
pass around instead. Clark
Yeah.
found
Nope.
the
Oh,
strength he
right
needed
here.
to fly
He
into the
escaped
sun,
this.
dip through a ton of stars.
They measured how fast he escaped it, and it said it would take him. I actually ran to a video of this, and I proved his speed. That was supposed, and then the writer said this is the fastest he's ever traveled before. And I calculated it, and it was not. It wasn't that fast, so it must have been writer, like incorrect writer. Because the other thing, remember when Lex teleported him and he came back faster? Like no, that escape right there, it's not as fast. And I was saying if that's literally what we're gonna go by this is the fastest he's ever traveled, then Goku shit stomps him in speed. I've had this argument before a while ago, but clearly he's traveled faster. So I think it's an incorrect right or whatever.
And tow hundreds of planets to a new all in the same day. What's not to like?
Truth and justice has no better champion than the Man of Steel.
Sup? Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
This is going down, man.
Yeah.
I
will say though, I will say right off the bat, they have not once referenced the last two previous death battles that they did with them. Like this feels like a completely brand new, like a complete retelling, a redoing of this actual debate, and I like that a lot already.
Yeah,
like it's like they're just doing this as if it's a normal death battle. Like they never brought up once that his power is becoming limitless. They just said what the sun can do to his powers,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
I would argue both of them. I think at the end of the day, I think it's almost going to be a draw.
Potentially.
Oh, go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say I still think Superman's gonna win anyway, but this feels a lot more like this. Yeah, this feels a lot closer than the last two were. Like this feels legit real, and it's kind of hard for me to word it. This is just better, like a far better analysis than the last two were, in my opinion, so far.
I think either Goku's gonna win or it's a draw. That's what I think personally, but that's just me. Let's see how this plays though. Oh, they're not even waiting.
He's going straight forward. He's already in Super Saiyan form. I read somewhere they actually used a model, Fortnite model for Superman. I don't know about Goku though.
We'll finally settle who's stronger.
That's not Masako X.
They did say Masako was a part of this, but I don't know.
He would be the voice of Goku.
Yeah, that's what I read somewhere.
But it didn't sound like him unless Masako's voice has changed.
No, I don't think it's his voice. I think this is like, I don't know. He's involved in this somehow though. I know for sure.
Yeah. This is very loud. Unless it's just me. Which is nothing. That's not a problem. I like it.
It's a little quiet on my end, but it's fine. I can still hear everything.
Oh.
No, it's fine.
Doing just fine.
No.
I love that. I knew it just fine. Like, don't worry about it.
Them two would just have too much fun beating the shit out of each other. Well, Goku would, obviously, but I don't think Superman doesn't look at fighting as like a good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like, he does it when he has to.
Yeah. Oh! Oh!
But you can tell they're both like enjoying this. It's not like Goku. It's not like Superman's like reluctant to fight.
Oh! Ow!
That's nice.
Oh no!
Oh, Superman.
Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard. All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
But yeah.
Oh!
That was a line in one of the.
What is all these little flash? What is this?
I think these are like I don't know.
Is he reading his mind, maybe, or?
I don't know. This like DBX and like different medias of this fight. I don't know.
Yeah, DBX. I was thinking. Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
That was awesome. Nice suit.
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
Oh, what a cheap shot. Oh. Why would Goku take it? Goku's not like to do a cheap shot like that. That's a little bit.
Yeah.
A nice suit sneaks up on him. I don't like that writing part. But again, it's death battle, whatever. They can do what they want.
I mean, it's a minor point, but you know, yeah. But I like the fact that like he's not reluctant to fight. Like Superman's actually like enjoying it as much as Goku is.
Yeah.
I like that. Like they're like friends.
Yeah, but you saw
like.
But you saw when Superman destroyed that planet, you saw him sweat like he felt bad, which is good. Like, yeah, that's what I mean by like it's character. I don't care what Death Battle says. Their character still has to be. Oh, he's cheating. He's
going to
he's
every
cheating.
star in the galaxy.
He could do the Gekodama right now and suck all that energy out of all of them, couldn't he not? Oh, here comes Yellow Super. Oh,
Like they said, it takes forever, so you wouldn't have time to take the roll.
that's true. As fast as they're going, it's probably like less than a second all this happened.
Yeah. Oh, that planet's.
I think the planet just went doo-doo.
Yeah, that's over. I think. Hey, that's his Ultra Instinct.
I think everyone just died. I think it was a draw.
I don't know. Let's see.
He died again?
Probably. I don't...
Yep, he
Yep.
died again.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
I mean, like they said, like they're they just broke reality.
What do you say? Let's do what? Let's bring
Let's
it
do
all
again.
back? Huh?
Yeah, my
Hold on.
bad. I didn't mean to talk over that.
Ah, darn
No,
it.
it's not your fault.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
Let's go again.
You're on.
Let's go again. Now that's what he said.
Nice, nice. I love how wholesome that was. That was really
The
good.
final,
Yeah.
indisputable answer. Who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
There are so
Yeah.
many ways this
That's
battle
gonna-
can go,
that's a
especially
given.
with all the other continuities.
Yeah, for real.
Pause it for a
Goku
second,
would
2
kick
seconds.
Almost every other Superman.
This is easily their best one yet. This is easily the best one. No matter how people may feel, I think this one's. I won't say the most agreeable, but it's probably gonna be the most well received. Like I thought I was gonna hate this one, but I think thoroughly enjoyed this one. This was really good.
Yeah, I definitely
This-
enjoyed the animation and everything. Like I said,
Yeah.
the only part I didn't like was the one part I called out earlier. Other than that, I was like,
The cheap shot thing, yeah.
yeah, like that's not his character. And I get it. Some people are like, well, it's a death battle. Okay, if that's the case, then if it was a death battle, then Superman wouldn't have cared about the planet getting destroyed. They added
Yeah.
his character in there, but they took out Goku's character, his honor.
I mean, in all fairness, Goku kind of did the same thing in the very first one 10 years ago, where Superman was like, "That's not what I do," and then he just shoots a key blast at him before
Yeah.
he even finishes.
Again, yeah, that's what I mean. They do that to him all the time. Goku's not like, yeah, once the he
Yeah.
doesn't talk in cheap shot. Like, he's an honest fighter. Sure, he'll sneak punch you, but that's when the fight's going. He'll try to trick you and show up behind you, but he doesn't
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just hard to explain, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll maybe when he was fighting Frieza, he said, "Hey Frieza, guess what?" It's
Yeah.
it probably was a thing. So I should just shut up. Forget it. Let's go back.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know either. So, go ahead.
For the main one.
There's a lot to cover, so let's address the 5
I mean, they just
categories
said
most representative of
Goku
this
could
fight.
kick other Superman's asses. So,
We'll do one more ad just to support him.
I mean, like they just said just right there before the ad came on, like he could kick other Superman's asses. So it's like this wasn't a shit stop. It's not like he didn't have a chance,
Well,
which
yeah,
I like. Whereas
gotta-
like the last two,
I gotta see what they say. I haven't seen this, so
yeah. Let's see what they said, but let's break it down.
First up, strength.
Strength,
Both could hit
yeah.
hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most, Dragon Ball's universe is 1,505 times larger than our own. But based on the DC Universe's officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times
Or anyway, Goku's
But-
Kinda.
obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of times. He's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times, the gap is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But strength isn't
again, I would still argue they still failed to mention Karate Kid, a simple human. Remember, I told you of Batman's
Yeah.
level, punched him and made him bleed. Like
Yeah,
if
that's fair.
if you're bleeding, that's pretty fair to say you took damage. There's
Is
so
that
many.
really would that really be? But would that feat really due to ki, or would that just due to normal physical strength? Because Superman, I mean, Batman technically punched him.
If that was normal physical strength, that means I can make Superman bleed. That's not possible. I break my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he fights, he uses ki. Cheat or ki. DC's ki. Yeah, he used ki. He's Karate Kid. So like he can make Kryptonians bleed with his ki. So again, they failed to mention that. They were supposed to basically what I'm getting at is they should have scaled Karate Kid's ki to Goku's. It's only fair. You take a normal human, which arguably is like Batman. That's actually peak human, not our average. Peak human Batman. Imagine if Batman was a Saiyan. Like Goku. Like he would literally one-shot Superman. That was my argument for strength or attack damage. So that's where I'm at for. I get the strength aspect. Like Superman's going to lift more than Goku. I get it. But when it comes to Raw, like who's gonna get hurt more when they get punched? I don't know. Like I don't. All right.
No, I understand.
Yeah. There.
Mega-sized universe of his in seconds and flew faster than Infinity.
Whole.
He can keep up with the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Goku out, though.
But again, on a planet. On a planet though, he can't travel faster than FTL. So.
Crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That combined with instant transmission and ultra instinct could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable. The safest bet here is
it's equal. Yeah, it's
that
equal.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you can't say one's faster.
Yeah, that's true. Goku's far more skilled.
I would argue.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times.
I'd say Goku for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Goku would have to take the skill.
But not necessarily an experience.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman. He's even defeated martial arts experts like Cobra without powers.
Goku has spent decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 8,000 years.
If he fought him for 1,000 years, then why is he only 30 years old?
That's true.
That's all I'm gonna say is like you told me
You're
he was
not
30.
wrong.
You told me he was 30 years old. Goku, according to their age, he was 50. So if you're gonna sit there and tell me one's doing more, and on top of that, Goku went in the hyperbolic time chamber. For those of you that don't know, the hyperbolic time chamber, one day in that time chamber was equivalent to what was it, like a year or two in our world, and Goku went in there like 5 or 6 times. So like he's got like like you take basically you get a year's worth of training, I think, in 2 days or something. So you got to add all those extra like come on, man, like that's not fair.
Decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 8,000 years.
That is kind of weird that he's 30 and he's back. Unless it's a different dimension where age is not like.
Machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman, but perhaps less obvious is our last category, powers.
Hakai, Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, Ki is dependent on physical ability, so it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki. And
See,
magic isn't
this is where they failed. They forgot the one fucking guy that literally would prove the point is Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they forgot him.
I'd have to take a look at that myself, actually. Now that you mentioned that, I'm genuinely curious.
And Goku's never successfully used Hakai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Hakai.
Superman can time travel, countering instant transmission's similar ability from Heroes. And regarding teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space, though
to be fair, Goku would have to figure out the red star weakness to do that anyway, even if he could do that.
He would figure it out from King Kai. King Kai knows everything, and he talks to King Kai before his battles. That's considered outside help, so one could say that. But that is part of his arsenal. That's your arsenal. Like just like Iron Man. Iron Man's outside help is the machine that helps him. Like I know, but some can say that's outside help. But like he always uses it. Every time he fought Cell, Frieza, Boo, he always talked to King Kai, and King Kai told him shit.
Yeah,
So
would
like
King Kai know about Superman?
King Kai knows everything. He's basically.
Maybe
So
everything. Okay.
I know. So like in theory, if these two were to fight, then then you'd have to concede that he exists for him to fight. Therefore, King Kai would know he exists. It's just
Yeah,
like
yeah, I guess
Batman.
so.
Like if Batman fought someone from a different universe, you have to give him his prep time. You have to give him the knowledge. And that's
Yeah.
that's something Death Battle fails to do, by the way. They don't give Batman prep time. That's why Batman loses every Death Battle.
Yeah.
Like he needs prep. Like his superpower is obviously money and prep time.
Yeah.
Because how do you think he gets to jump on Superman? And everybody, like, remember he carries kryptonite knuckles and suits, and yeah, that's it. Like if he just came there, like no, Superman or Batman does his research. That's what I'm getting at. Is like he has prep time.
Yeah.
So you have that is his power, and Goku has that enabled because of he talks to Whis, Beerus, and King Kai through instant transmission. He's got telekinesis or whatever to talk to him.
Yeah,
I digress.
telepathy.
Telepathy.
You're good.
Any red star. Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So that's it then. Clark has too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers.
I mean, so it wasn't that far from like it wasn't that big a stomp. Goku had quite a few advantages here.
It's more than just two characters fighting.
Yeah.
A whole generation, especially in
But I still think Goku would win. I'm sorry. Just for the, like I said, he can't move faster than FTL on Earth.
Yeah.
Like Kryptonians they're vulnerable. Oh shit.
There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for a sheltered Western.
They better put Inuyasha versus Rama! Rama! Did you see that? Did you see that? You saw that. You saw it. I know you saw it.
Yes.
Motherfuckers. I swear to God, if they do. If they mention Rama, I'm gonna shit myself. Well, okay, I'm gonna prepare myself so I don't.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get Inuyasha eventually. It has to. It's a pretty good anime. I'm pretty sure they'll come eventually.
They gotta put Ranma in there.
Of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And if so, then what's the point?
Because it's fun, Wiz. Damn it, man. There's more than
Exactly,
one way
it's
to
for fun.
appreciate
That's
something.
all it should
We're
be.
having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer.
I'm just
that
saying.
battle was super, man.
That's the worst.
What? It fits them both.
It's so lame.
I don't see you doing any better.
I do the math. The pun's your job.
Well, maybe if you math as good as I punned, then Goku would have won.
What is wrong with you?
Yes, that was pretty good.
I love how they even bother saying you're the winner or whatever. That's funny.
Uh-oh.
If you're not a Death Battle member yet, click the
Alright,
join
this is gonna
button
be the
below.
last
See what
season.
you're missing.
Wait a
last episode
minute.
of the season. Alright, give me something good, please.
There better be Ranma.
Nah.
Galactus!
Galactus versus Unicron.
It has to be, yep, Unicron.
Nice. That was the #1 requested death battle of all time. What are you writing? I can't see.
I saw Ranma at the end of this. Y'all better do Ranma versus Inuyasha or Ranma versus anyone. So yeah, no, I think it was pretty good. Again, I think the biggest thing they didn't even mention. Yeah, like the one thing they said was matched was speed. I agree with that. Like the speed. That's why like people are like, oh yeah, go. But the thing is that Superman's speed feats that they always measured was him traveling. They never show it.
Speed.
They never show it as combative. Versus Goku proves he can fight at that level. Like that's a huge difference. Like that's a huge difference in measurement. That's why I kind of disagree with it. I'll accept it as meeting it halfway, but again, I've never seen Superman fight upside down and like if you watch Dragon Ball fights when you get a chance, they literally will start fighting this way, all of a sudden they're sideways, they're upside down, like they can fight in any like they like start like spinning in circles like fighting, like they're twirling as they're fighting, and that's a huge and they said experience. Superman doesn't have experience fighting upside down, okay? He doesn't have experience fighting side like this way. There's times when they're fighting like this upside down, like they don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Superman doesn't have experience fighting, but he's never fought people that fight like that before. That's a huge. I'm not saying he, but look at it. According to him, though, he can read a book, right, and learn in 5 minutes, so he can adapt
Yeah.
very quick. I'm not saying that's mimicry. So Superman has
Yeah.
mimicry. So they failed to mention that Superman basically has mimicry, but so does Goku. So like that
Yeah.
part, I kind of get that. But the whole combat speed versus traveling speed are two different things.
Yeah.
That's like saying like a jet versus like a plane. Like a jet can turn quick,
Yeah.
and speed
Maneuver. Yeah.
yeah, like that's way different. Just because it can fly straight at Mach whatever doesn't mean it can sit there and twirl like view 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 and like fight. Like it can't do that. Like it
Yeah,
just
yeah, I
it
got you.
can't. That's what I'm getting at is like even them they can't do that, and that's the problem I have is like but like Z fighters can through key manipulation. It allows them to basically break physics because
Yeah.
Superman can't do that. If he tried doing that on Earth, again, you go read the comic when Goku or Superman was racing Flash. That's why I'm kind of at that point. It's like I don't agree with that, but that's okay. And then the strength thing, by far means Superman. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue that. Like I've seen him do way more crazier shit. But again,
Yeah.
this isn't about who can lift more. It's about who would win. But when it comes to damage output, they both can hurt each other. But again,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I said, the fact that a Batman Karate Kid, in a sense, can hurt
Yeah.
Superman. What would Goku do then? Goku's
Oh, I'm saying-
he's way beyond peak level Batman. Goku
Oh,
is
yeah.
like Goku is god level with ki, which means if he punched Superman once, honestly, his head would explode. He would obliterate him. He would. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't have to do the Hankai thing. He would just punch him. Because
Yeah.
if Karate Kid can make him bleed, Goku could literally explode his head. Again, someone explain to me how Superman can body that. That's what I want to know. And if the speed is arguably met halfway, which they said, even though I still think Goku's still faster based on, like I mentioned, the way that they fight, I'll
Yeah.
still meet it halfway. That's fine. But like, how the hell does Superman survive even one punch from Goku with the key element, the chi key thing? How?
Yeah.
Like that's the question. No one can ever answer me. I ask everybody. They can't answer.
I
That's
guess my thing is just because like maybe it's just that distinction with Karate Kid. It just happens because it's just strictly in the DC universe, and when you're putting two different characters of two different universes together, like I guess you're just putting a comparison. But like if that comparison with if one could do this in this universe, they should be able to do the same in that universe. On one hand, that does make sense, but I don't know. Like in my opinion, maybe there's something different in that maybe they didn't consider or they did consider. I don't know.
well,
That's what I think. But like I said, I don't know for sure. I'm not versed in DC or Dragon Ball, so that's just my conjecture.
yeah, they never brought up the key and chi argument. That's what I remember. I was saying like I was really hoping they were gonna bring that up because that literally is the deciding factor of like how much can Goku damage Superman, and the fact
Yeah.
that if it's left out, then it makes it come off as like Goku can't scratch him. That's kind of like
Yeah.
how it comes off as. I mean, they kind of made it sound like he could hurt him, but then they mentioned like the strength. Remember, he's like how many or what non-Nitillions or whatever. Remember that he's non-Nitillion strength. So they're using
Yeah.
strength. Strength and power are two different things. Strength is like how much can you lift. Power is like how much can you hurt somebody.
Yeah.
So what did you think of this, man?
Oh, dude, I loved it. This was easily their best one, their best Goku versus Superman death battle. Like it felt like they didn't use the argument of Goku has limits, well, Superman is limitless, and
Yeah,
they didn't want into any of that shit. They just did based on what they did in their feats, and
yeah.
I thought them including more material for Goku as well as opposed to their main series was the right call, and it just made it a lot more of an enjoyable match. Like this really didn't feel like a part 3. This feels like a completely new, redone, refreshed battle, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think this was definitely good. I gave it a lot of shit for happening a third time, but I'm glad they did. I thought this was really good. Some things I agree with, certain things I don't agree, but overall, this was a good episode. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, I think it's still pretty cool. I'm kind of
Yeah,
curious
very
to see,
solid.
I'm curious to see what others say about like their debunking videos and stuff. I'm just kind of curious
Oh,
to see.
oh,
Some people,
you know
some
what's
people,
gonna
some
happen.
people, some people might say that they went to soft on Goku. Superman's even stronger, or some people are just gonna be like, no, Goku wins no matter what. I don't know. I'm just kind of curious to see what they say. Like I said, I got all my research done a long time ago, and like I said, things obviously can change. But
Yeah,
like I said, until someone can literally debunk my argument about the Karate Kid, that's the hill I'll die on, because it's a real it's a real feat, and
yeah,
I really wish that someone there at the studio or something, maybe they did know and they didn't care to say, or maybe they just didn't know, but like it's a real feat, and like I told you about the limitations of his speed on planets. They were measuring
yeah,
him traveling through space. That's a complete. First off, when you're in the vacuum of space, you get a speed boost, like because it's empty. Yeah, actually, when you travel through space, that's how it works. It's like, do you know when a car travels close behind a semi truck, how you get more
yeah,
mileage out? You get sucked into like that little vacuum and you get better mileage. Like that's scientifically proven. You know that, right? When people
yeah,
tailgate, yeah. So they're using him traveling through space, which is like the vacuum of traveling behind an 18 wheeler, but it's even on a way more crackhead level of traveling. It's a vacuum of space.
yeah,
So when you travel it sucks you, and it's aerodynamic. They're using him traveling in a straight line, not him like fighting upside down and doing all this crazy stuff, right? They're using that as his combat speed. That's where
yeah,
I just, that doesn't make sense to me. Again,
yeah,
that I want someone to prove me that I'm talking out of my ass, and also the whole chi key thing. I get it. You said it could be different from another world, right? Well, okay,
yeah,
I agree with that, but at the same time too, then what about the erasability? Remember Goku, and he learned how to erase people, right? Remember from
yeah.
Beerus. But remember they
Which
said,
is
well, but they said Superman, he can't be erased, because remember they said Darkseid tried doing it. Remember, and he
yeah,
resisted it. So therefore, that's a different universe. For all we know, Goku's universe could actually work and delete Superman, right? So it's the same argument.
maybe.
Yeah. Well, you get what I'm saying. Like, how
Yeah,
can
yeah,
he can't have it both ways? Like, oh, this one doesn't
yeah,
work, but this one does. Like, so like, yeah. So that's what I'm. That part is a little iffy. That's the part where I'm like, I don't want to focus on that. I just want to focus on the cheat. I guess the cheat key thing to me though. If you think it's a difference, I don't agree, because it's like it's key. It's chi. Like the guy's like zzz, like it's the inner energy, like the plasma inside of you, where you could throw fireballs and like punch.
yeah,
Yeah. Like to me, it's like
yeah,
that's they call it ki in their world, and they call it chi in their unit, like their world. Like it's this to me. Again, you're right. Maybe it's different, but I would argue that it's the same thing. So,
yeah,
but that's it. That's all
yeah.
we have, though.
I mean,
Anybody? Anything else? Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, well, they did mention like key is kind of the same thing in every universe. Like, there's key in Dragon Ball, there's key in DC, there's
Okay,
key in like he's
they
like
did mention
it's
that.
a, yeah, they did that
Okay,
in the
I
second
missed it.
episode. In the second episode, in the second Goku
Oh,
versus.
anyways, everybody,
Yeah,
thanks for everybody for joining this and listening to us rant. Again, yeah, if you guys want to debunk me or Ivan on it, just be civil. Obviously, in the comments below. Obviously, to me, the biggest win I got out of this for sure was I saw the Ranma at the end with Inuyasha. That gives me hope that they know Ranma exists, and that makes me feel like Ranma's gonna come up. And if you guys don't know what Ranma is, that's my favorite anime. And
yeah,
yeah, it is by far like the best. In fact, it's that anime has been hijacked by the LGBT community, because like they all love it and watch it and worship it. I never
yeah,
looked at it for that. I just looked at it because I just love the show. I love everybody. I don't, but I get it. I get it. And you know what? If it just makes people happy, that's fine. I just, my point though is that it's just a beautiful show. If watch it, if you guys, in fact, a lot of it's free on YouTube. You actually can look up Ranma episode 1 through probably most of it till it cracks down. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for joining this and everything. Make sure for sure you guys really do support Ivanimal. Definitely one of the coolest cats I know, and just sub to him. Guys, seriously, help him out, because he's gonna need
please,
it,
guys,
and he's gonna.
absolutely.
Yeah, and like I said, if we get a good like turnout, I know we ran a lot. I'm sure we're probably gonna get crap for it, but you know what? You guys, we just
Well,
Our
guys,
jo-
you know us. This
we-
is what we do. This is how we have fun. This is how we make
Yeah.
our content. We ramble, we talk. So if you guys love it, then you know what you got to do because we're not
Mhm.
stopping anytime soon with that.
Yeah, and like I said, I had to bust out the old school gear. Screw attack. Look at this. See, only true fans understand right here. I'm wearing this stuff. You can't even get this anymore. Look, it's in prestige condition. I had this
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
tucked
looks
away.
good.
I had to bust it out for this battle. So, anyways, y'all, yeah, chances to join everything probably floating up here, down below. Of course, over here,
Yeah.
other stuff. Playlist, get your feet wet. But if we ate a cup of tea, y'all go fight it. It's out there.
Believe it. I'm Ivan. This is my homie Nidge, and we'll see you guys in the next video. What's up, y'all? Y'all stay awesome.
We're out.
Peace.